off by just letting you know what were the results of your work. These are exciting numbers. As a result of everything that you did with your local teams, the Northwest Division raised $3,422,228 in our traditional kettles. Okay, that deserves some applause. And we raised $241,599 in our virtual kettles, giving us a total raised in the Red Kettle Campaign 2021 of $3,663,827 raised on behalf of people in need across the Northwest. On behalf of everyone here at Divisional Headquarters, I want to applaud, congratulate, and thank you, honestly, for another incredible kettle season. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. We must celebrate you and your teams, but most importantly, celebrate what's been accomplished to help people in need. We're here today to acknowledge all of you and to give a little extra attention to a few that went above and beyond. We're going to announce 7 exciting awards today. Some are for units, some are for individuals, some for traditional kettles, and some for virtual kettles. Each is an integral piece of our overall Red Kettle campaign. And the spotlight of today, coming at the end, you won't want to miss, is the announcement of this year's Divisional Commanders Challenge winner. So to get started with all of these awards, let me introduce to you the Kettle Maestro, Major Jonathan Harvey.
I have to have one more opportunity to wear my spiffy red jacket. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And I want to echo the comments of Colonel Cindy and congratulate everyone. The results have been really quite amazing. I'm here to announce, first of all, the virtual host with the most award. This is the virtual kettle host who raised the most donations, and that's the number of donation transactions, not the value. So first, we will start with a few impressive virtual Red Kettle hosts who deserve some honorable mentions and recognition. In third place was the Eastside Corps with 60 donation transactions via their virtual Red Kettle. Our runner-up in this category is the Marysville Service Extension Unit, yay, Service Extension, with 69 donation transactions in their virtual Red Kettle. And our winner of this award, the virtual host with the most, goes to our virtual Red Kettle host that received 95 donations in their virtual Red Kettle. And it is, drum roll, it is Grace Harbor Service Extension Unit. Great job. Congratulations to the Service Extension team in Grace Harbor, Kelly Painter and her wonderful group of community members and volunteers, and a special shout out to the entire Service Extension team who played an important role in the success of our Red Kettles. Sean Jones, Lauren Hazen, Lonnie Franklin, and Taylor Newsom. Great job, everybody. You guys have done a fantastic job. Going to move on to the first of 2 awards that are determined by the Command Finance Council here at DHQ. The next golden bell is the Bring It and Ring It Award, Kettle Host Most Committed to the Cause. We know everyone is committed to the cause, and we know that everyone on here today has been super engaged in making sure that their community did well in the Red Kettles, but a few have really stood out from the crowd. It was a tough decision, but here we are. As a runner-up, we want to acknowledge the excellent work of the Daybreak Rotary Club. They volunteered 8 hours a day for 3 weeks on behalf of the Kalispell Corps. Yes, you can give them a hand. Let me just share that the Rotary even offered their own award to their members who were so committed, they dressed up in Christmas characters, even including the Grinch. This group had lots of fun, and the kettle was even the recipient of a half-ounce gold coin. So thank you to the Daybreak Rotary Club in Kalispell, Montana. You can give them another hand. Our friends at the Tri-Cities Corps had some exciting costume wearers too. In fact, we had some Star Wars stormtroopers that came and were engaged, and they volunteered 15 hours dressed up as Darth Vader and other characters from the dark side. Maybe Maybe we need a volunteer costume contest next year. Maybe we'll add that one. So who stood out in the award of the most committed? Well, CFC would like to officially present the host most committed to the cause to Roger Marshall of the Tri-Cities Corps. Roger volunteered for more than 18 days with a total of 148.5. Got to get that 0.5 in there, hours. It's an incredible dedication, and deeply grateful to you, Roger, for your enthusiasm and the stamina that just inspires us all to get out there. Let's give it one last ring. By the way, these amazing, get that right up to the camera there, these amazing golden bells will be heading out to these locations following this event. Well, we have another award determined by CFC, and this is the Creative Kettle Award for the unit with the most creative approach. Again, no surprise that we were impressed with the creativity throughout the division. It is the greatest division in the world, obviously. For example, yeah, we can ring a bell for that one too. For example, our friends in Kalispell printed a QR giving code on bracelets that they gave to their bell ringers. Genius plan, good job to the folks in Kalispell. One location really expressed their creativity, and the winner is the Coeur d'Alene Croc Center. For a kettle kickoff, the Coeur d'Alene Croc Center hosted their Flannel Fest Red Kettle Gala, featuring a live and silent auction. Attendees were encouraged to wear flannel and received an event kit that contained branded coffee mug, cocoa, and even a knitted headband. I think I even saw Major Gilger with the flannel epaulets on his tunic. Pretty impressive. They also partnered with local artists who painted 7 beautiful kettles, including one by Major Rhonda Gilger. These special kettles were used throughout the city and were then auctioned at Flannel Fest. This event raised over $100,000 for the amazing work the Croc Center is doing in Coeur d'Alene. So once again, let's give an applause for the Croc Center in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Well, I'm going to pass off to Major Terry Masango, and he's going to present our next 3 awards as we build up to the final one, the Divisional Commander's grand prize for the biggest percentage increase in volunteers. Major Terry.
Well, thank you, Major Jonathan. I want to thank each and every one of you for the work you do every day. When you think about the traditional kettle, which typically receives coins and dollars, maybe $5, $10, or even $15 bills, the fact that the average gift into a virtual kettle is hundreds of dollars is remarkable. We believe virtual kettles are here to stay and appreciate your commitment to growing this opportunity. Our next award is the Belevated Virtual Kettle Giving Award for the unit with the highest average gift through virtual kettles. To clarify, we calculated the average gift for every core or unit by taking the total amount donated in their virtual kettle and dividing by the number of donation transactions received. This year, the average virtual kettle donation throughout the Northwest Division was $252. Our runners-up for the highest average gift in 3rd place is the Kalispell Corps with an average gift of $633. In 2nd place is the Spokane Citadel with an average gift of $938. This year, the Belevated Virtual Kettle Giving Award goes to a location that received a very generous $100,000 virtual kettle donation, bringing their average to gift to $2,518.57.
What's that?
This year's Belevated Virtual Kettle Giving Award goes to the East Side Corps. Well, congratulations to our colleagues at East Side Corps, Captains Chris and Yuna Kim, their wonderful advisory council, and their excellent team of staff and volunteers. So this will be coming to you. Our next award is the Belevated Traditional Kettle Giving Award for the unit that raised the most in one traditional kettle. In an effort to keep it fair for all units, large and small, this award represents the unit that raised the most of the kettle location rather than the unit raising the most at all kettles throughout the season. We know that this season had highs and lows. Despite the challenges we faced, people seemed to find relief and comfort when they heard the ringing of the bells and saw our red kettles and bell ringers in their community. We will start with some impressive units whose traditional kettles deserve recognition for their effort and a round of applause for the amount they raised. In third place, from Idaho, we would like to recognize the Coeur d'Alene Croc Center for raising $39,700 at a single kettle. In second place, from Washington State, we would like to recognize the Spokane Citadel for raising $55,712 at a single kettle. And finally, the award for the Belevated Traditional Kettle Giving Award goes to the Walla Walla Outpost, for raising $56,715 at a single kettle. We say congratulations to our colleagues at the Walla Walla Outpost. We have one last award to present, and who better to present it than Colonel Cindy?
Well, here we are, the final award for this year's Golden Bell Awards. And of course, in my excitement to come to you and announce this, I didn't grab the award. So give me 1 second. Here we go, the check that's on its way in the mail, right? So if you remember back to the summer in August when we had our Red Kettle Campaign kickoff rally, I challenged you to increase your volunteer bell ringing hours, and the unit with the largest percentage increase in hours would receive a $10,000 grant from divisional headquarters. Pretty exciting. Well, across the division, now listen to this. This is incredible. Across the division in the Christmas season 2020, we had a 78% increase in kettle volunteer hours. That's incredible. And I know this challenge definitely had an impact. And we thank you for all that you did to reach out to people during challenging times, during COVID, with all the rest that you had to do to reach out and to continue to try to enlist more volunteers into our Army of Salvation. So before I announce the winner, I want to acknowledge a few locations that had outstanding efforts increasing their volunteer participation. In third place, with an increase of volunteer bell ringer hours of 294%, we have the Washougal Corps. And in second place, with an increase in volunteer bell ringing hours of 404%, we have the Puyallup Corps. That's actually really incredible. But I do want to now highlight one unit that even went beyond that. I didn't even know it was possible because others were incredible. But I want to present and announce our actual winners. And our winning unit is going to get this incredible award for to display in the course somewhere, as well as an incredible virtual financial transaction represented on this check. And the award goes to, first I need to tell you what they did. Their increase was 3,622% from this year to last year. And that incredibly motivated volunteer team was the Marysville Service Extension Unit. They engaged and re-engaged and re-engaged and re-engaged and did all they could to enlist groups and individuals and families to ring the bell for the Salvation Army, helping their communities in need. And we want to say, wow. I mean, there's kind of really nothing else to say other than I hope they're sitting down. 3,622% increase is incredible. So congratulations to Jenny and the rest of the Marysville team. You really did an incredible job, and we hope you'll inspire everyone. So there have been so many great accomplishments that we've celebrated today. People who've gone above and beyond, creativity, time and effort, the building of relationships that we hope helped you not only this year, but will also be with you the years to come. The Red Kettle Campaign is still a significant source of income for us and an incredible public relations activity that reminds the community that the Salvation Army is still out at work. The iconic red kettle is part of the Christmas season for many people, a sign that helps them to feel good, that gives them memories of times when they have volunteered. And it just reminds people to be generous and to smile. As the world continues to change, the Salvation Army is more determined than ever to secure the financial and social capital necessary to meet the spiritual and physical needs of the underserved in communities across our division. The Red Kettle Campaign is a year-long effort, and Divisional Headquarters is here to support you all along the way. We'll be working with each of you to develop a unique Christmas 2022 kettle plan that's focused on recruiting volunteers and maximizing all of the available kettle fundraising opportunities. Please look for a meeting request that's going to be coming to you. We're going to hold this in March, and the date will be coming to you in the next few days. We want to kick off the season together and begin working now so that next year can be even more successful. As we wrap up today's Golden Bell Award ceremony, I want to take one more minute to say a gigantic thank you to each and every one of you and all of the employees and board members and volunteers and core members that you represent. You embraced the challenge of this year's Red Kettle Campaign, and you showed incredible spirit and perseverance to raise the needed funds to help people in your community. The response from all of you has been incredible, and we salute you and thank you. Everyone is a winner because you did your best for your neighbor in need. Thank you all, and we hope you have an incredible Happy New Year, and we look forward to talking to you more about the Red Kettle Campaign 2022. So have a great day.
Thank you all.